Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this will be my version of the Doki Hell guide. So firstly, I want to show you the team I'm using and I'll go into various strategies you can use and I'll talk about the most reliable and easiest strategy to use. So this is the team that I'm using to auto Hell 3. I can also clear this with the same team in Hell 4, but I have to manual those battles. Now the heroes that I'm using and all of them can be easily replaced if you don't have them. So I'll talk about each one. So as my damage dealer, I have Rimoka. Rimoka is by far the best damage dealer in Doki. But if you have a Rosa can be used. People have used Messiah to clear it. Basically a DPS with good amount of damage. That's what you need. So you can go Rimoka, you can go Messiah, you can also build a team around Tiamat. There are multiple options when it comes. Rosa is second best in slot after Rimoka. Moving on from the DPS, the next three slots in the team are made up of support. So the other four are actually all supporting the team. Now, what do they do? So I've got Mia, uh, and also, hang on, let me just go into the player stats. That will make it a little easier to explain. So yeah, so this is the Remoka I'm using. She's got 52% crit rate, 238% on the 288% on the crit damage, and third main stat is attack. I've not leveled up any of her skills, but if you do have the economy to do it, I think this skill 3 is worth skilling up. This makes Doki much easier and faster if you skill up the third skill. But I don't think any of her skill upgrades are mandatory. On the modules, I'm using 8-piece onslaught and a 9-piece harvest. I've got crit damage, and crit rate. So at one point, you do remove attack from your build. So when you start building a hero, initially you will have crit rate, attack, or maybe attack. Then as you transition into the mid modules, which are your yellow modules, you start moving into uh, crit rate, attack, and crit damage. And in the end, like the final build you're looking for is 2 crit damage and 1 crit rate. That seems to be the most effective. So anything with attack is a good matrix to have on her. And as you can see, none of them are very crazily tuned for her. The next hero that I'm using here, Mio. Mio is a great control champion. I have leveled up her third and her second skill for the skill cooldown. So her skill S3 gives you a speed up and reduces turn meter of the opponent. And S2 gives you a potential freeze and a wound. Wound doesn't really matter, but the freeze is nice to have. Now, in case you don't have her, you can go ahead and get a Kraken. You will have to S3 and S2 the skills on him. Otherwise, he will not be good enough because it's on a 5-turn cooldown. You want this S3 on a 4-turn freeze at least, 4-turn control. Going back to the stats on my Mio. So she is I would say, my best build champion. I've got her at 239 speed and I can still pull another 15 speed from leveling up her S1 skill. I've got her on 128% effect res. So complete speed set, Swift Rush. I've got 13 pieces. So eventually now when I start getting these 3-star modules, I will do that. Oh, sorry, I didn't show you the shell on my Remoka. So I'm using Twilight Knight. Overclocking, these are ideal. And yeah, pretty decent passive effects. And it is fully awakened. On Mio, we are using Gigabyte. So she gets turn meter every 3 turns taken by an opponent. So it helps to cycle through her moves a lot faster. She's got stuff to basically survive and increase defense on her. On the middle passive, you will always want Shadow Dash. The third hero we are using is Kloss. Kloss again is crowd control. So what she does is she puts her defense down, slow on speed down on the opposition. She also steals the turn meter on her S2. The modules we've got on her again is purely speed with effect accuracy, 2-piece effect accuracy, and 1 HP bonus. That's the same thing on my Neo as well. So again, she's on Swift Rush, 239 speed, and she's on Gigabyte as well. So I want uh, Mia and my claws to flow to moves as fast as possible, and Gigabyte is good for that. Eventually, now I will change this later on, but right now this works fine. The next hero we are using is Valerian. So Valerian, you want to build her slow. You can increase her S3. Actually, you should max it out because at the start of the battle, she gets Hazy Dream. Basically, Hazy Dream gives your teammates a shield equal to 12% of her max HP. So you want to build her with as much SP as possible. I've got triple HP on the right side, got a 35k HP. The shell I'm using is Diamond Heart. I think one Diamond Heart on the team is good. So it gives you basically increases your defense and then applies a shield for 2 turns on the main body and the ally with the lowest HP. So this turns out to be quite useful. And the fifth hero of our team is Kazuyu, the Reverie. So every one of you must have this hero. Stop being lazy and build her up. She is really awesome for Doki Doki. Her S3 with the attack down and slumber. Slumber basically puts your opponent to sleep. And the attack down is really nice because Doki Doki can really ramp up in terms of damage. So this S3 is nice to have. And you want to 100% go for Halloween so that because she has only one skill which has a cooldown. So every time the cooldown will go into this skill. So basically you can have this up 24/7. You want to build her fast. So again, speed and effect accuracy. So our I can't pronounce her name to save my life. Our Kazuyo, our Klaus, and our Neo are kind of similarly built. And our healer, yeah, we covered Valerian as well. Now, some of the options you can look for. If you don't have a Mio, I told you you can go ahead and use Kraken. Otherwise, if you have a Lilith can be a good replacement for a Klaus. Again, Lilith has got a very good amount of turn meter control. So what she does is, again, she's crowd controlling, which can stun. And also, she puts a speed down and detonation. So detonation, basically the S3 places a bomb. The S2, you get an image at S2 and it explodes the bomb and deals damage as well as applies stun. So she's again another great hero to have. She goes really well in this dungeon. Also, great option is Marvel. Marvel again has got turn meter control, reduces speed and resistance down. But you will have to max out his S3 to make this reliable. The S2 is also nice with the silence. But S3 is again where his control comes from. So the basic idea is to have 3 control champion, 1 DPS, and 3 control champions, 1 DPS, and 1 healer. And that team pretty much works across levels in Doki Doki. So yeah, that's about it for this video. If you do have any more questions or any other help you need for team comps, please do write a comment in the comments box and I will definitely get back to you. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.